Good morning. I'd first like to thank Joyce for bringing this wonderful weather. Friday morning I was driving to work and it was rainy and snowy in Philadelphia, so thank you for this wonderful weather. It's my real pleasure to be here this morning. I'd like to start by, my objective is to give you an overview of Campbell's supply chain and engineering organization and show you how we're driving business results. In Campbell, the engineering organization is part of the supply chain. During the course of my presentation, I will use both of those terms interchangeably. We'll start by giving you an overview of the Campbell Soup Company. I will then highlight the company's key business strategies and show how the supply chain is leading the way in achieving these savings. I'd like to start with a video that gives you an overview of our company as well as some of the key initiatives over the past year. So let's go with the video. Campbell's is a manufacturer marketer of simple meals, baked snack, and healthy beverages. We have sales approximately of $8 billion. We have approximately 18,000 employees in our company. We're a 104-year-old company, and we market our products in over 100 different countries. There's some key interesting facts about Campbell Soup. We're the #1 soup manufacturer in the world. We are the third cookie and cracker manufacturer and marketer in the world. Our V8 brand of vegetable juice is the #1 vegetable juice brand in the world. Our Goldfish brand is the #1 children's cookie or cracker brand in the world. And over 94% of the households in the United States have at least one Campbell product in their pantry. We're organized into three key business units. The first one is Campbell North America, comprising of soup, sauces, and beverage, food service, and Canada. Our second one is Pepperidge Farm. And our third is Campbell International, with Europe, including Russia, Mexico, Latin America, and Asia Pacific, including China. Let's look at the products within each of these divisions. In North America, we have our soup brands, including the red and white condensed soup, Chunky, Select Harvest, as well as Swanson. Over 10 billion cups of soups are consumed in America on a yearly basis. Our sauces include Prego and Pace, and our V8 brand includes vegetable and fruit juices. Our North America food service business supply products to restaurants and institutions. Our Pepperidge Farm brand markets and manufacturing markets cookie, crackers, and breads. In Europe, we manufacture and sell soup and sauces both in the can and septic container. And in Asia Pacific, we manufacture and sell soup and sauces as well as biscuit and cracker on the Arnott's brand. Campbell's mission is to build the world's most extraordinary food company by nourishing people's life everywhere, every day. We develop a tapestry of material to define the kind of extraordinary company we want to be. They include our values of character, competence, and teamwork. Include our promise of Campbell valuing people and people valuing Campbell. They include our employee value proposition and our leadership model, which drives everything we do, and every employee in our company is measured against our leadership model. We have 7 key strategies, which I'll review with you and show you how the supply chain is supporting each of these strategies. Joyce mentioned the evolution in our industry. We as a supply chain, a lot of demands are placed on us to deliver against the changing world. Things like the economic environment that we live in today, the changing consumer demand and buying patterns, as Joyce mentioned, inflationary pressure. I'm sure everyone in this room today is facing the inflation of our ingredients. The need to fund marketing initiative, looking for new products, and the supply chain is counted upon to help drive those initiatives. And the demand for innovative products. We, as a supply chain, have delivered step change improvements to support Campbell's core strategies. Look at our supply chain. We have 31 manufacturing facilities globally, 85 co-manufacturing facilities, 13,000 employees. About 2/3 of our Campbell employees reside in the supply chain. We have 4 distinct supply chains, namely Campbell North America, Pepperidge Farm, Europe, and Asia Pacific. 5 key drivers or strategies drive what we do in the supply chain. Number 1 is to win versus competition by delivering flat to declining total delivered costs, or TDC, and I'll talk a little bit more about our TDC program. Number 2 is to win with consumers through wellness, value, and quality. Third is to win versus customer by improving customer service and agility. The fourth one is to win with people by building the world's most extraordinary supply chain. And the last one is to win with our community by advancing sustainability and corporate social responsibility programs. These are our strategies, and we're well positioned to help drive these strategies. Let's look at the strategies in detail. The first strategy is to grow our icon brands within simple meals, baked snacks, and healthy beverage. Number 2 is to deliver high levels of consumer satisfaction through superior innovation, focus on wellness while providing good value, quality, and convenience. As engineers, we must develop and introduce innovative products and manufacturing systems to deliver the attributes required by our businesses as well as in the competitive cost. It is our role and responsibility to help the business grow the brands. I'd like to give you an example of a project that we in engineering work to help our beverage business. The business needed capacity and the capability to deliver new products. We install a new line. It's a highly flexible line capable of producing a multitude of bottle sizes as well as product. It has quick changeover capabilities. It's a continuous manufacturing system. And we were able to achieve a high level of reliability very quickly once the line started. We accomplished this through a partnership of our R&D organization, our operations organization, as well as our engineering and external engineering firms and equipment suppliers. We set out a very clear definition at the very beginning to define what the focus of design was going to be. We then went and looked at our existing equipment and did a very thorough analysis using the FAMECA process or the FMEA process to look at what were the issues that we have with our existing systems and then correct those issues when we installed the new line. We executed the project using our project delivery process, what we call the EPDP, the Engineering Project Delivery Process, something that we use with all our projects. And then we also applied what we call the Operation Delivery Process Leader. This is an individual at each of our plant for each project that we execute. They have responsibility for transitioning the new line into our operation. Very successful project. Our next strategy is to make our products more broadly available and relevant in existing and new markets, consumer segment, and eating occasion. As a company, we've been aggressively going after markets in Russia and China. They bring new and unique challenges for us, including different cultures and language, government regulations, new and different product requirements, acquiring the right level of skill set, not only to help us build the plant, but also to run the plant once the plant is running. Establishing the right balance between mechanization, automation, as well as manual operations. And leveraging equipment manufacturer. It's interesting, at breakfast this morning, I was listening to someone from Kraft talking about their experience in China and Russia. So this is not unique to Campbell's. I think we are all facing the same challenge of operating outside of the U.S. Our next strategy is to strengthen our business through outside partnership and acquisition. As an engineering organization, we play a key role in the evaluation of potential co-manufacturers, as well as during the due diligence process and acquisition, and then during transition. I'm looking forward to my friend Diane Wolf telling us about the Kraft and Cadbury acquisition or merger tomorrow. Our next strategy, probably the most important one for us as supply chain, is to increase margins by improving price realization and company-wide cost management. As I mentioned before, the number one strategy for Campbell's supply chain is to win versus competition by delivering flat to declining total delivered costs. We've embarked on what we call the TDC program over the last few years. Campbell's has had a strong history, Campbell's supply chain has had a strong history of delivering savings on an annual basis, but we've stepped up our savings over the last 5 years, generating over $650 million. We established a holistic strategy for TDC. There are 5 components that are helping us to lower our TDC or achieving flat TDC even as we face inflation. These are the 5 components. As an engineering organization, we focus on 3, and let me review these for you. We start with operational reliability. Campbell's striving to have world-class operational reliability by having predictable, high-efficient, low-cost manufacturing systems in place, by having culture of rigor and discipline in everything we do at our manufacturing sites, and having key processes such as the daily management system, what we call DDS, or daily direction setting, where all our employees at the plant floor get together after their shift to review prior shift's results and develop ideas and new programs to improve their reliability and their efficiencies. By having robust maintenance systems, both predictive and preventive, by having process control and process management systems in place, and by having the right technical skills and formal problem-solving capability. So we have training across our supply chain in problem-solving, things like zero-loss analysis, Kaizen event, and so forth. And lastly, having accurate real-time information, which is critical to make sure that we make the right decision and focus on the right problems. We're well on our way to achieving a global reliability that's world-class. We've made consistent improvement and are positioned to continue to improve. The next area is network optimization. Our objective is continuously optimize what and how we make our product and in which location. We look at production costs, we look at delivery costs, as well as take service into consideration. As engineers, we must optimize the network, supply chain network, by providing manufacturing options that have the best capital cost benefit ratio while improving quality, flexibility, and efficiency. And by designing and constructing cost-effective warehouse and building additions when they're required. The next area is common platform. How's the product designed and produced? And we're looking here for simplification, eliminating complexity in our manufacturing processes. We're looking to have common platforms versus the proliferation of unique non-value added elements. Having late-stage differentiation by reducing the time that it takes to get our ingredients from raw state to final product with minimal work in place inventory, reducing the distance, reducing the complexity, and reducing the cost. By having common-based formulas and ingredients on as many products and formulas as possible, by minimizing changeover, as well as reducing the time and the losses associated with changeover, and by having real-time quality systems so we can ship off the line. What does this mean for engineering? As engineers, we're working with R&D to design products for manufacturability that meet the consumer and quality demand. We are also designing and installing systems that are highly flexible with quick changeover capabilities and minimum product turnaround time. I think Joyce alluded to that earlier on in her presentation. Tomorrow you'll hear from my colleague Alex Posada, who will talk about some of the work that we're doing in Kalamazoo from a CIP perspective. Our next strategy is to improve our overall organizational excellence, diversity, and engagement. One of the strengths that we have as an engineering organization is the knowledge base that we have with our engineers and our experience. But one of the issues that we face is that many of these engineers will be retiring in the very near future. So we must really address that, or we'll use that competitive advantage. And to do that, we're recruiting new talent to the organization, and we develop plans to train our junior engineers, and I will cover that in a minute. As I said before, another challenge as an organization is to operate in a global environment, learning new cultures and learning how to do business in different countries. And like everyone in this room, we face the same issue of having more work to do with limited resources. And the question is, how do we best leverage outside resources? We must maintain a highly engaged and productive organization. Campbell's measures engagement using the Gallup score. Every year, all of our employees take a Gallup survey, which includes 12 questions. Highest rating is a 5. Over the last 4 years, as you can see in this chart, Campbell has achieved what Gallup called world-class results. As a matter of fact, just the past 2 weeks ago, we received our 2011 scores, and we've again attained world-class engagement. One area which Campbell has decided to show how it values its employee is by building what we call our Campbell Employee Center. This is a state-of-the-art facility, 80,000 square foot, that includes our new company store, a new fitness center, new cafeteria, as well as what we call Campbell University, which is a training and development center. This project was managed by our engineering organization, and it's received several awards. So it shows the flexibility of our engineering group. Not only do we build plants, but we also build new fancy buildings. Over the years, Campbell has developed a very disciplined process for the execution and design of our projects. We recently incorporated a web-based system for our project management. This is what I mentioned before to you. It's our EPDP, Engineering Project Delivery Process. So as an engineer, if you want to find out anything about any of the elements of our project delivery process, you can click on that box, and it will tell you the definition of what's required, as well as all the documentation. All our engineers have been trained on this EPDP process, as well as it's the cornerstone of our bringing in our new engineers. We had to figure out a way of how do we leverage the talent that we have, and how do we transfer that knowledge, and this is one way that we're doing that. The last strategy is to advance a powerful commitment to sustainability and corporate social responsibility. Last year, Campbell issued its second annual corporate social responsibility report. We've defined and created corporate social responsibility and environmental sustainability objectives. And you can find this report by logging into our webpage. We focus our environmental sustainability in 5 areas. First one is energy consumption, energy conservation. Second one is water usage, and we look at water usage per case produced. The third one is waste, not only reduction in waste, but recycling of the waste that we do produce. The fourth one is packaging, using more recycled content in our package and lightweighting our package. And the last one is agricultural sustainability. We've established 2020 goals for each of these areas, and we're well on our way to achieve this, our our objectives. As engineers, we're working on many, many different projects. They include direct contact condensing economizer, air compressor heat recover, boiler upgrades to reduce emissions and improve efficiencies, cooling water recovery, HVAC automation and upgrades, upgraded air compression systems, motion detection lighting. As a matter of fact, over the last 2 years, we have revamped most of our manufacturing facilities in the U.S. And with motion detection lighting as well. Piping insulation and solar panels. Just within the last month, we signed an agreement for a 60-acre solar panel farm, our Napoleon, Ohio facility, which will provide 15% of electricity consumed at that facility. It's our understanding that it's the 10th largest solar panel facility in the U.S. One interesting point about these projects is that they're not only supporting the environment and reducing emissions and waste and so forth, but they pay for themselves. So a lot of the savings that you saw generated in the chart that I showed you earlier are coming from our sustainability and environmental program. So it's not only good for the economy or good for the environment, but it's also generating savings for the company. Campbell's has been recognized for many of our efforts. As a matter of fact, within the last month, Corporate Responsibility Magazine named Campbell's as the #2 company in their 100 list of corporate citizens for 2011. So we're very, very proud of the work that we've done as a company in both the corporate social responsibility as well as the environmental sustainability. Let me summarize by saying in today's business environment, places significant demand on the supply chain and engineering organization. We must provide innovative solutions in order to achieve outstanding business results. Campbell's supply chain has delivered step-change improvements in support of the company's core strategies, and we're very well positioned to continue to deliver significant business contributions going forward. Thank you.